All right, guys. So you're welcome to another section or another tutorial of our pivot table journey. Actually, we want you guys to understand in depth what pivot tables can be used for and what you can do. Let me just remove this one. Okay, right. What you can actually do when it comes to what tables. Now, today's tutorial is going to focus on difference from. Okay, and before I jump into that or explain what difference from is, when you check our previous tutorial, we did something on percentage of grand total, percentage of column word total. Okay, all right. Now, this table that you see over here was actually generated from this master table. This time around, we don't want our pivot table to be generated on existing sheets. So we click anywhere, but it should be within our master table, insert pivot table, and we said that we want our pivot table to be generated on a new worksheet. That is why we have something like this. Okay. All right. Now, what is difference from? Difference from basically means that shows the difference between the value in the current cell and the value in another field item you specified. So let me just explain this, okay? Then you understand what the difference from actually means. So it's like you present this to your boss, and your boss would like to know the total sales that was made for each month with respect to the years. All right, so January under 2013, we made 171,668. February, we made 165,964.75. Pretty good. It follows in that order. But your boss comes out and say that, see, okay, I'm okay with this data. I'm just okay, but there's a problem. I just want to know the difference in the sales values. So from January to February, what is the difference? Was there a drop or increment? So the comparison is going to be based on, okay, February to January, March, February, April, March. So we are comparing April, March. You see where the cursor is moving? February or February, January, November, comparing it to what? May. That is how the comparison is going to be like. Okay, so assuming you have thousands of cells, are you going to do the difference one, 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 one? No, and how presentable is that going to be? That is why we are going to do this in what? Pivot what tables. So let me introduce or just drop another sales under the value section. So we have sum of sales 2, but we don't need that. We are going to focus on difference from. Okay, so we click on this drop down. We select valued field settings. Then we go to show values. But this time around, we want to know the difference in months. Okay, that is sales. Now we come down to this drop. Yeah, that is a drop down. We click on difference from. All right, so we have the base field. The base field is what actually do you want to focus on, the item, months. And the months, these are the values. And how do you want to do your comparison? That is the base item. Okay, so you want to compare your current month to the previous month. That is what we're trying to do, okay? So it shows the difference between the value in the current cell. So our current month, we want to do the comparison to the previous month so that we know the what difference. So we click on previous over here. Then we click on what? Okay. All right. So that is what you're seeing over here, guys. So what do we have over here? So January, February, 171, 668, 165,964.75. There was a drop. You realize that? That's why we have negative 5703.25. It means when you subtract 1716.68 from 165,964.75, you're going to get this. All right, so as we move from January to February, sales dropped. And that is what the difference. January has no other month that we can compare that to. So January, we don't have anything over here. That is it. So this is difference in what? Month. Okay, let me just change the color of this so that you will see. All right, so the month that we have over here, you realize that when I click on this, you check the formula bar. Let me zoom this again. So you check the formula bar. What do we have over here? Let me double click. So what do you see over here? We have 165964.75 minus 171, 171668, and we have what? We have negative 5704. This side is what? Approximated. So that's what we have over here. Okay. The same thing applies to the 6856 over here. When I double click, we have 177,690, 170,834, and we have the 6856. So that is the difference in value when it comes to what? Months. Right. That looks fantastic. Pretty good. Yeah. So at once, okay, your boss goes ahead to ask you that, hey, I just want this time around, I want years. I want to do the comparison based on what years. So 2013 January, we had 171,668. Then 2014 January, we had 170,834. I want to know the difference. You see, that one is based on what? Years. All right, fantastic. So let's try that one too. So we introduce another sales over here, and we have sum of sales too. We change this one. Okay, so what do we have over here? See difference in the years. Okay, now we come to show value as the same thing, difference from, we select year, then we select previous, we click on what? Okay. All right. So that's what we have over here. So we're comparing this. So we have, okay, I have an example over here. So that is March. March, let's go to March. We have 150381. Then March over here, we have 125317.5. So we're doing a comparison. Let me double click on this. What do you see? 150381 minus 125317.5. And what do you see over here? We have the value over here, we have 25063.5, the same thing that we have over here. So we're comparing our current month to the previous what? Month. But the previous month falls in another what? Year. Okay. So the January that we have over here, we don't have other years before the 2013. So it's like this is our starting point. Now, when you come to 2015, we're going to use this as our starting what point. That is why you are seeing 170,834 minus this, we're getting 0. 177,690 minus this, we're getting 0. And what you're seeing over here, the 130,023.25, that is the difference between 113,866 and that of 100,866, 2.75. And that's what you're seeing over here. Okay. So that is all right. So that is what difference in what years. Okay, guys, fantastic. Now, so you have this report. Interesting. Do you want to do an interpretation after submitting this? Okay, so you can do that, and I'll introduce that to you very soon. That is what using artificial intelligence to make your interpretation very easy. You add it to your report, and that's all, you're done. But before that, let's say your boss is saying, hi, I don't want to see these figures. I just want percentage-wise values. And that is why we have percentage in terms of difference from. So when I click on this, it follows in that order. Let me just zoom. Okay, so this time around, there was a drop, and January to February, there was a drop. And in percentage-wise or value, we have negative 3.32%. It follows that same approach. So sales difference, this side, when you click on the value field settings, you realize that the show values as, the difference from this side is what? Percentage. So I selected percentage, not just difference from percentage. The rest follows in that order based on month and what? Previous what? Years. Oh, sorry, previous what? Month. So this is what percentage-wise, this is percentage-wise, this is actually what? Values. Okay. This look pretty good. I am now doing your interpretation with artificial what? Intelligence. Let me show you a simple approach. So you take a screenshot of this and you just take a screenshot like what I have over here. I have taken my screenshot. You do a screenshot, then you come to your ChatGPT. Okay, so you paste your information. Let me zoom this. You paste your information over here. Now look at the prompts, study the prompts. I'm saying that study the above image very well. The information in it talks more about sales based on years and its respective months. So I have the years and I have the respective what months. Study the headers of the table appropriately. So these are the headers and come out with an in-depth insight into the data. And that's what we have about difference in month, difference in years, key observation, insights, and you can just present this to your boss as your report. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. And thank you for watching this section of our tutorial. Fantastic. We're going to do more. The next is to jump into what power, what pivots. Yes. Subscribe to the channel and like it and enjoy our subsequent video. Bye and have a wonderful day.